The Fildans are an ordinary nomad tribe in the middle of Northern Vale. Like many local people, they reside near the forest and live a peaceful and slow-paced life as hunters. But there was one exception. Popol, a naughty boy who had been known as the expert prankster and the little adventurer of the tribe, always seemed to be the center of attention. Unlike the other quiet and composed Northern Valers, he was full of vigor and imagination. Thanks to the warrior tradition of the Northern Vale, Pupil mastered the art of spear throwing since childhood. He often joined the adults in their hunting and returned with a cart full of prey. Listening to the adults singing songs about legendary heroes after drinking was his favorite pastime. He dreamt of becoming one of them and also have his name sung by others, like Popol the Fearless. However, his tribesmen didn't take his ambition seriously and laughed about it as some childish daydream. Popol apparently couldn't stand that. In order to impress the others, he pulled all kinds of will-scheme pranks on them, resulting only in the villagers, especially the kids, seeing him as a freak and stay away from him.
Don't go away! Our game isn't over!
In the end, he had no friends left. Alone and desperate, he decided to do something extraordinary to reverse his image once and for all. On the dark night, Pupul left the village and ventured into the mountains. To impress the others, he planned to kill a ferocious frost wolf all by himself. He stumbled into the thick forest and investigated his surroundings curiously. He lost orientation in the dark and fell into a trap. The first thing he saw at the bottom of the hole was a pair of green, glowing eyes. But when the moonlight shone into the trap, he saw the owner of the eyes, a trap frost wolf, whom he later gave the name Kupa. One of its front feet was clamped by a beast trap, and due to starvation, it couldn't barely move. Pupul could have killed Kupa there and then, but when he raised his spear, he saw the same loneliness in Kupa's eyes. If he killed Kupa, he would be completely alone in the darkness of the trap. Hesitantly, he put down the spear and tried to help Kupa. At first, they were defensive and hostile towards each other, but in time, the two lonely souls finally lowered their guard and regarded the other as the same kind. The beast trap became the bridge of their friendship. And perhaps due to their loneliness, Popol treated Kupa as a listener and playmate. He even playfully threw a snowball on its head. Popol decided to feed Kupa, and Kupa was eventually saved from starvation. In its mind, all humans were cold and ruthless, like hunters. It is always a life and death situation between them and the frost wolves. But Popol was different. Having been hunted alone in the forest since it was born, Kupa felt kindness and warmth for the first time. Days passed, and the two formed a subtle friendship. But the first visitors were not people coming to rescue them, but a group of vultures. They flocked to the trap and began to attack. Popol threw spears at the vultures, but he couldn't fend them off, while Kupa could only fight aimlessly with one free paw. Under the continuous harassments of the vultures, they were becoming the bird's meal. It was at this time of danger, Popol made a remarkable decision. He threw down the spear and with all his strength tore open the beast trap in order to help Kupa escape. With his back exposed, he was caught by the vultures and lifted off the trap into the mid-air. Just as Popol's hope was lost, a thundering roar broke out. Kupa leaped out of the pit and beat the vulture, freeing Popol from its grasp. Now, with both fighting side by side, Popol and Kupa demonstrated an incredible synergy and fighting all the vultures for good. Henceforth, they became best partners in adventure. They traveled the whole world in Atlantis, and together they began a new chapter of adventure.
Kupa is Popol's best friend and only friend.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't